Embattled State Board of Education member Pat McPherson says he is not a racist and he will not step down. Good evening, I'm Brandy Peterson.
I'm Rob McCartney. McPherson holds firm, goes on the record as a majority of his fellow board members asked him to resign. KETV News Watch 7's Andrew Ozaki has our big story from Lincoln.
A defiant Pat McPherson says he will not step down, even as 6 of his colleagues on the Board of Education join the chorus that includes the governor, asking for McPherson to quit.
While I understand the disruption this issue has created, I will not allow it to overturn an election.
McPherson disavowed the post on his blog that referred to President Barack Obama as a half-breed, saying he did not write them but would not say who did.
I am not a racist.
McPherson has since taken down the blog completely.
Much of the frenzy around this has been stirred by political interests to oppose me in the general election.
Glenn Flynn?
No.
McPherson and Glenn Flynn of Springfield voted against the resolution. Other members say it's a distraction and the board needs to be consistent because it holds teachers to a higher standard of ethics and conduct.
I believe we need to hold ourselves to the same accountability.
Those who came to support him, like Doug Kagan of Taxpayers for Freedom, applaud his stand.
We think this is just a witch hunt against him.
Others, like Patrick Jones, whose wife is biracial, are disappointed.
It suggests that his main interest is self-interest and self-preservation, not the greater good of the state, of the board, or of all students.
Since McPherson is an elected official, he can't be forced to resign. State lawmakers may also weigh in a resolution of their own. Meanwhile, as board members met with some senators in a work session over lunch, McPherson appears to be unfazed and asked for a spirit of forgiveness and a chance.
And I ask that you then form your judgments about me based on actually working with me.
In Lincoln, Andrew Ozaki, KETV News Watch 7.
Opponents say they will continue to put pressure on McPherson, calling on other school organizations across the state to ask for his resignation.